Brad Ort emphasized that he holds his players accountable for their health. So that means a little less of this and a little more of this. The St. Joseph's University community was stunned to find out that men's basketball head coach Phil Martelli was out after 24 seasons on Hawk Hill. School officials said the decision came after a comprehensive review of the men's basketball program. The Hawks ended the season 14-19 and were tied for 10th in the Atlantic 10 Conference. Fans in Manayunk had a lot to say about this decision. From the gym to the hardwood and everywhere in between, the senior class has been outperforming their expectations in the final season as Owls. We've been keeping our eyes on two special athletes as they have taken their final bows representing the cherry and the white. Brad Ort and his staff have been making sure that the guys on the gridiron will be in top shape when they step on the field this September, even if it means a little less Chick-fil-A, which isn't easy, by the way. Sarah, back to you. Postgraduate paths are as unique as every person. However, myself and Tay Hayes found our paths intersecting as I joined 21 other aspiring female sports professionals. Our purpose? To uncover the stories of the 2019 Jacksonville Jaguars rookie class. So Tay, something we bonded over is we're both twins. So growing up with a twin must have been competitive, especially since your brother also plays football. So kind of how did that prepare you for the situation you're in at the moment?
Me and my brother, we've always been competitive. Everything we do, we're either fighting for hours or seeing who's the tallest, seeing who weighs the most, seeing who's the fastest or something like that. I've always been competing my whole life.
And so speaking of competing, while you were at school, you did unfortunately lose a starting spot when you were a sophomore. Kind of how did you feel in the moment, and how do you kind of take what feeling you had when that did happen and portray it into your right now and your future?
Well, when I lost my spot, it had nothing to do with my athletic abilities. I was more athletic than the guy. I was smarter than the guy, but he just had more competitive. He just had that fire in him, and I didn't at the time. I got too caught up in what's going on outside of me and what was going on back home and stuff like that. And I lost my focus, and he had his. And that's a part of the game. Somebody's always working harder than you.
Yeah. And how do you use a setback like that to kind of compete for a spot on the roster of the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I'm just starting from zero, starting from scratch, starting from the bottom, and climbing my way back to the top. That's how I've been my whole life, so that's how I can.
And you spoke on family a little bit. Who would you say is your biggest motivator?
My mom. She's been the biggest motivator my whole life, providing for me and my twin brother. That's probably the hardest thing she's probably ever had to do, and she did it all by herself, and I wouldn't take that credit from her.
Of course. How do you view your mom and her strength and kind of how it's motivated yourself and your brother and the rest of your family?
That's Superwoman. she can do anything. I've never seen her fail at anything. If she does fail, she might fail for a second, maybe a day, but she's gonna come back and regroup, and she's gonna continue to do what she wants to do. Whatever she puts her mind to, she can do it. So.
And if you could say one thing to 5-year-old you, what would you say?
Just be proud of yourself, keep working hard, and be happy with what you've done with yourself. So.
All right, thank you so much. Good luck on your season. If you are, in fact, what you eat, it's becoming easy to see what the Temple football team is made of. Training doesn't just happen on the field. It's a 24/7 process that starts and ends with their diet. And now you can find Coach Brad Ort on both ends of this process.
When Coach Ort came in and the new staff, he has us sending food logs to him, or I'm sending my food logs to him. So I drink a shake after a lift, and then I have about 5 or 6 meals after that.
Brad Ort emphasized that he holds his players accountable for their health. So this means a little less of this and a little more of this.
I need to get to the root of the problem. So if a person is trying to lose weight and they're not, I need to know. If they're going out and eating 20 chicken nuggets and fries consistently, can we cut that back to 10 grilled nuggets, and can we switch over to something else on the side?
Each plan varies depending on the position or goal of the specific player.
I definitely needed to get my weight up, and that's going to allow myself to, play better. And absolutely, at at the next level as well.
The philosophy that Brad Ort and his staff pride themselves on is being a support system for their team.
And just put them in the best position to compete at the highest level we possibly can. I think we've got a good snapshot of this team right now. We're continuing to see more and more of them as we
Listen,
go.
a quarter pounder with fries never hurt anybody.
Well, that might be easy for Coach Carey to say. Good thing Ort is in charge, with at least this nutritional part of the team's success. It's been a surprising freshman season for Marissa Mackins. It's rare for a freshman to come in and make an immediate impact, but that's exactly what Mackins is doing.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting to come in and start for one and play as much, so, it's a great opportunity.
Mackins is averaging almost 13 points per game. That's third on the team. One of the players she happens to trail is her mentor, Aaliyah Butts, who can be considered one of the reasons why she's on campus today.
Marissa's a great player, she's always looking to learn and try to get better. She's going to be a great shooter by the time she gets done, and she's just going to be a great factor to help the team as she continues to grow through her freshman through the senior year.
The measure of a player's performance is the ability to improve what's lacking. For Marissa, that's her shooting percentage, which sits at 28%.
Over the last few games, she's been averaging at least 25 minutes, and you can see the growth. She's a little leader in her own way. She's like a coach on the floor. She's always paying attention. She has a very good IQ when it comes to our team, and I think she's just going to continue to grow.
Marissa definitely has shown promise this season, even though the Owls as a team are below 500. With 3 years left, she's sure to make a huge impact on this program. For Owl Sports Update, I'm Eileen Wickline.